Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo from thepaperpixie.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful single Merci shadow box featuring the Everything is Rosy product medley, which is only available during the month of May of 2019, and is a gorgeous product medley. So inside, let me show you what this looks like. Just got a little sliding belly band here, and it holds one Merci chocolate. How cool is this shadow box? I love it. It's just a fun way to brighten someone's day with a delicious piece of chocolate. I found these Mercies at my local Target, and I just love the way they look in this shadow box. So let me show you how fun and easy this is to make. We're going to start with a piece of melon mambo cardstock that measures 5 1/4 by 7 1/2, and I'm going to score it at all four sides at 1/2 inch, 7/8, 1 3/8, and 1 3/4. Let me go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to continue to rotate it around to all four sides and do the same score lines. Now once you've done all that scoring, along the 7 1/2 inch side, we're going to make 2 short score lines. We're only going to score down to the second horizontal score line. So we're going to do that at 2 1/4, stopping at the second horizontal, and 5 1/4. Then I'm going to turn my cardstock 180 degrees and do the same thing, 2 1/4, stopping at the second score line, and 5 1/4, stopping at the second score line. I've got a template here to show you where we did that. So 2 1/4, stopping at the second horizontal score line, and 5 1/4. Next, we're going to fold and burnish on all the score lines that go across the paper. Okay, now that that's done, let me show you in the template. We're going to first remove, and I like to go in 4 score lines and up 4 score lines, and this is the corner square that we're going to remove. So I'm just going to come in with my paper snips. We're going to ignore this little section for right now. We'll come back and do that. So we're going to cut up we're 4 score lines in, and then we're cutting up 4 score lines. Again, 4 score lines in, cutting up 4 score lines, and that's just going to remove that entire corner. Like so. We're going to do that on all 4 corners. Okay, next I'm going to come in and cut up those little short score lines we did. I'm just going to do all those cuts first. And now we're going to create our little diagonal cuts here, and that's going to give this shadow box a picture frame-like look. And what I found is the easiest to do, let's see if I can turn it this way. So I'm coming down 1, 2, 3 score lines. So right here at that edge, we're going to cut at a 45-degree angle up to the bottom of this cut. So the easiest way to do that is just line up your scissors and do that in one cut. It'll keep your line straight, and we remove it that way. Okay, and I'm just going to, flip cardstock as I need to make it easy for me to do. I kind of like to cut at this angle. And we're just going to continue to do that all the way around. And so now our piece looks like the template. I'm going to go ahead and put the template away. I will have a picture of this on my blog post. Now I'm going to grab some tear and tape, and I'm on the back side of this paper, so like on the curved side. And I'm going to run tear and tape along all 4 of these outside sections, but I'm going to run it right up to the score line. I'll show this close to the camera. So as opposed to the tear and tape being along the cut edge, it's coming right up to that score line here. And I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. Like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and burnish these really quick. It makes it easier to get the backing off. And then we'll peel it off using the Take Your Pick tool. All right, now here's how it's going to go together. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to start on these 2 short or narrow sides first. I'm going to fold on the first score line and the third score line. So I've got 1, 2, 3. So folding on the first and the third, but then pressing it flat. So we're using our score lines here to square up the sides of the shadow box. Again, we'll repeat the same thing, folding on the first and the third and lining that up in place. But But you'll see that this is starting to form the sides of the shadow box. Now we're going to do the same thing on these longer sides, folding on the first and third, pressing into place. Again, first and third, pressing into place. So I know this looks funny. We're going to end up folding this into place like so, but we're going to need a little bit of adhesive to hold it together. Now I've done shadow boxes before where I've used tear and tape, I've used the multi-purpose liquid glue, and this one I decided to try little glue dots in each of the corners. So we're going to do that this time. So I'm going to grab my glue dots here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and basically take the shadow box to the roll of glue dots. Just gives me a little bit more control, and I'll show you the placement. So as you can see, I put that glue dot in this lower corner of this section. So do on the opposite side as well, like that. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Again, this is the section that's going to get tucked under. That's why we're putting the glue dots. And the last one here. Like that. We've got our 4 glue dots. And now as we put this together, we just take our time, but you're going to want to kind of do both sides at the same time. Now the glue dots might get in your way a little bit, but I'm just sort of sliding this into place as I square up those corners of the box. And then I'll press down where those glue dots are. And there is the base of our shadow box. Go ahead and slide our Merci chocolate in there. Now it's going to be a snug fit, like so. It doesn't shake out, but you can pop it out. All right, it's a perfect fit there. And then let me show you the belly band. So I'm going to use this pattern from the beautiful Everything is Rosy Designer Series paper. This is one of my favorite things about this product medley. So let me just give you a little sample. Here's the beautiful rose gold foil. And then you get 48 sheets of 6x6 Designer Series paper that has the rose gold elements on one side. And this would be the back side, but it's just a beautiful pack of paper. Again, 48 sheets. You get 8 of 6 double-sided designs, a beautiful medley of papers. This one's beautiful, and I just absolutely love this. So this piece of the Specialty Designer Series paper measures 4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And we're gonna go ahead and just hand wrap that around the shadow box. And I like to kind of do it upside down. We're gonna fold and kind of crease as we go. And then we'll come back in and burnish after we've kind of hand folded it. Do the same thing on the other side, kind of keeping everything in place. All right, so now that it's kind of creased, we can come in, and I just try to straighten it up as I do this, but then we'll burnish. And we're just gonna dry fit it and make sure that that's gonna fit. Looks good. Now I'm just gonna take a strip of tear and tape and run it right along the cut edge of one side. Then just remember which side that tear and tape is on. So you fold the one that doesn't have it first. And then this one next. There we go. Now I'm just going to kind of slide this in and out. You got to break it in just a little bit. Just kind of go both directions. All right, there we go. Now the Everything is Rosy product medley comes with this beautiful stamp set and coordinating set of dies. I've taken this die here and cut a multi-purpose adhesive sheet backed piece of the rose gold foil paper. So we're turning this into a bit of a sticker here. Just remove that element. It's got adhesive on the back. I'm going to go ahead and place that on the front of our box here just to give a little bit of added rose gold to it. And then one of the other things that comes in the Everything is Rosy product medley are these die cut pieces. These are some beautiful colored pieces, and then these awesome rose gold die cuts. And there's this piece here that I decided to just cut in half I'm eyeballing it here, but we'll get 2 different tags out of it. So I'm going to take one of them, and using the Everything is Rosy stamp set, we're going to stamp the sentiment "Thank You" in Night of Navy. And then we're going to add this to the front of our box using the ribbon. Now this is one of my favorite things in this suite, and it is the Night of Navy Rose Gold Metallic Edge ribbon. You get 10 yards of this. There's also another roll of Melon Mambo ruched ribbon that's 1/4 of an inch wide, and you get 10 yards of that as well. So a total of 20 yards of ribbon. And we're going to go ahead and put this onto our shadow box. Now I like to tie this off the roll, so I'm going to feed my tag with the sentiment here on the right side, and we'll pull it through quite a bit. All right, now go ahead and tie a knot around the shadow box. And voila, what a beautiful little pick-me-up for someone with a delicious European chocolate in there. I love how this turned out, and I love the Everything is Rosy product medley. Again, this is only available during the month of May of 2019, and it's while supplies last, so it'll likely sell out before the end of the month. So get your hands on it while you can. It's a great value for lots of wonderful products. So thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and a picture of the template. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. I have options to subscribe to both my monthly newsletter as well as my daily blog updates, and I'd love to welcome you as a new subscriber. You can shop with me anytime at thepaperpixie.com/shop. And if you're interested in a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, the starter kit is the ultimate bundle, and I'd love to welcome you to my team of Paper Pixies. You can purchase the starter kit at thepaperpixie.com/join. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like a complimentary copy of one of our catalogs, you can submit your catalog request at thepaperpixie.com/catalogs. If you give this project a try, I'd love to see what you made, so feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag #PaperPixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.